Okay, now we're going to do a walkthrough for Lab 10. Lab 10 will be a set of problems that are similar to the examples that I've worked and some things similar to what you would have on your homework. I'm going to have you do hand calculations for constructing a hypothesis test for two proportions and a confidence interval for two proportions. And again, I'll have you do the lower bound and the upper bound. So this will be exactly like what I just went through in the examples for section 11.1. It's a little bit different problem in that we have two different treatments for bacterial infection. And we've given antibiotic A and antibiotic B. We want to know if antibiotic A is better at treating than antibiotic B is. And so we're going to have to calculate sample proportions for each of those. We're going to have to calculate an overall proportion. We're going to then use those pieces of information to come up with a test statistic. I'm going to have you decide what critical value you should use. Again, I'm using the 0.05 level of significance, so this will be the same as the example that I did. Make a decision on whether or not you're going to accept or reject the null hypothesis. Then look in your z-table to come up with a value for the p-value of the test, and again, to state your conclusion. Then we're going to go through the process in StatCrunch, and I've led you through the exact commands here. This is what you should end up with, and again, in StatCrunch, you'll go to stat, proportion, to sample with summary. We'll put in the information that is given. We'll choose a greater than here and we'll hit compute, and it will give me the z-score and the p-value that goes with it. This is a way you can check your hand calculations to make sure that they match. For the confidence interval, you can again go to stat, proportion, to sample with summary, enter in the information, and then we'll click the little radio button next to confidence interval and we can hit compute, and it will give me the confidence interval and it will show me the lower limit and the upper limit. Again, a way I can check the hand calculations that I've done. So this completes the walkthrough for the lab. You should print off the lab, work through it, then scan it in and upload.